Perfect fit closets. How to use garage parts, filler, and filler standalone. Underneath my local browser, in my 2020 software, underneath the PFC Canada catalog or US catalog, depending on your location. Under categories, we will find our closet section and the garage section. If I click on parts, at the very bottom, I'll find my G-Fill filler and my G-Fill filler standalone. I already have my cabinets in my design and I'm working in between walls. So I have a 1-inch variance on the left and the right side. And like you can see it in the elevation, but if I go to my perspective, I have doors and drawers in these cabinets beside those walls. So I added that variance to be able to open the doors and so my handle won't hit the wall or the baseboard and like the door, right? And now I want to fill out that space, and that's when I will use my fillers. Going back to my elevation, I can see also my floor plan here, and I see my 1-inch there. So if I select my filler, grab it, I can see my magnet. I let go of my mouse and it got attached to this cabinet in here, but I have a second portion in here because I stuck two. So I'll do the same thing, drag, see my magnet, let go of my mouse, and now I'll have my full length um, filler covering the full height of my cabinets, but I will have a seam and I'll explain why. I'll check our restrictions for height and width with the fillers. I'll do the same on this side of my wall. I'll hit on escape because it's showing that blue um, that it will be saying like there's no enough space for a filler. So I will just add it closer to the panel and let go of my mouse. Do the same thing in here and left click to let go of my mouse. So now if I go back to that perspective, you're able to see that filler, that 1-inch filler in here. So right there you have it, and right here, if I go back to my elevation, you can see that it created a collision because I'm between walls. And the reason it's doing that is because these fillers, they will come 3 inches when you add them there. So 3 inches oversized to be cut on site. And if I go to I right click, go to attributes, I can see in here the items, like it comes with a quantity of 5 flat screws, number 8. If I go back to my G-Fill here, it will show you the manufacturer code, the description, the width, the height. So it gets adapts to the height of the cabinet that you're attaching the filler to. So in this case, it was 84 and 3/16. It's in and out from the back wall, 23 1/4. I have a 24-inch deep cabinet in there, and it's up and down. It's 6 inches from the floor to allow for the legs of this cabinet. If I go to variables, I can see in there the same thing. It's like 24 inches deep, flush with my panel in here. And it's 3 inches wide and it's 3/4 deep, like the thickness of that filler is 3/4. So I click on apply and okay. I wish I could just use one filler to cover my full height, but I'm not able to do it because it's a max of 107, and I'll tell you exactly now when I use my filler standalone. So I have also, if you want to change the color of these fillers, you can go to features and options, and you're able to change it to any of our closet finish colors available. So I'll click on OK. I'll proceed. I have another design, small in here, a small design. So I have a obstacle in here. I have a column, or let's say you have, I don't know, whatever obstacle that you can think of in the side of your cabinet. So right now I had to start designing 8 inches from that wall, and you want to cover that. You're not able to, like if you use a standard filler, it will only cover the 3 inches because that's the predetermined dimension that they assume it will be just oversized 3 inches for you to cut it. So in this case, you can use a filler standalone. So you can drag, you see my magnet, let go of my mouse. I'll left click once, and then I'm able to move my mouse to the right and stopping here. Or if I know that that width was 8 inches, I will type that in my placement zone in here. I'll type 8. And if I go to, let me show you in the plan view. So right now it's at the back of the wall, so I'll just have to take that, move that in and out, and put it flush with this my panel, or just type in the placement zone in and out 24. Sorry, it's 24, 23 1/4, because we need that flush with the cabinet, not with the door. So if I have my snap on, I'm able to do it, yeah, in there. And I can move that up and down at the bottom of my cabinet. And I can right click and resize the height to be flush with the top of that cabinet too, or type it, as I said before, your resize height, you know the exact height that you need that to be is 25 and a half, and you can just type that in the placement zone. If I just throw one in here, if you want to order an extra filler standalone, like left click and move your mouse to the right, it will give you the max width. And now to the left, sorry, up and down, you can resize the height. So if I move it up, I see my max height of 107 and 7/8. So if I right click, go to attributes, I'm able to see in here that my max width is 10 inches, and the max height is 107 and 7/8. It also comes with 5 flat screws if you order just a standalone one. And if you take a look here, you can see that filler is raw on the left hand side, but it's edge banded at the top and at the bottom. So if you want to, I'll go out from there. If you want to edge band into that filler for some reason, depending on where you will install it, you can click go to features and options and change that here, clicking yes. And as I said, you're able to change the color. Let's say maple, click on OK. And if I go to my perspective, that was the other one, I'm able to see here that feeler that I oversized. I did the maximum width and maximum height. I edge banded the left and the right. So it will be edge banded everywhere. And this one, if I wanted to cover an obstacle or if I have a wider variance, that's when I use my feeler standalone. And my regular standard feeler that will be oversized, 3 inches to be cut on site. If you have any questions about feelers or any other questions, please contact us at support@perfectfitcanada.com. Thank you.